Okay.
So I
He was
don't
born
walk in
ready.
front of
Thank
this
you.
camera.
Well, and if you want to take any pictures, you're welcome to do that.
Well,
You
thank
wanna
you.
video it,
Thank
can
you.
do that. We encourage that and share the ceremony. It's just a short little ceremony. It was very poignant, and we'll all have our individual roles.
Thank you.
As I mentioned, I'm an Army guy. I spent 24 years in the service. I retired in 1988. I'm a Vietnam veteran. I spent time in Vietnam, and instead of sending me back to Vietnam, as I mentioned before, they sent me to Korea. So instead of a Korean War veteran, I'm a Korean War defense veteran. So all those people that came after you guys finished the war, we went there and we became Korean War defense veterans. So we share that camaraderie, and I left one of my key things over here. So excuse me, let me go back. Oh my goodness.
What do you need, Joe?
I need the pin. The pin.
Oh,
You happen to have one handy?
I still didn't hear you, Joe.
We have
You
some
have a
there.
pin handy?
One handy.
What pin?
A pin.
Which, the main one?
I have it here.
Okay.
I put all these together last night and I
You missed one.
yeah. Well, this little pin is the centerpiece of the program, and we call it informally, we call it a pinning ceremony. And this little pin is the centerpiece of it. It's the first thing we give you, and it's got American pride at the top. It has the American flag on here, and it has the logo of Hospice of Central Ohio on it. So what we do with this is we kind of replace all your awards and decorations that you normally have on your uniform. And so if I may, I'll pin this to you. And I always tell people I try not to draw blood. And so far, I haven't drawn any, so there you are. Now you look properly decorated, Jed. So this is a pinning ceremony, and it recognizes, you just sit down and relax, and we'll.
Yeah, we're gonna be giving
You're
you more.
welcome.
Yeah,
We have more.
yeah.
And I don't give up the microphone lightly. And I haven't, so this is all for you, and we want you to relax and enjoy it.
Very much.
Now, they told me you're an Army veteran, so we have a couple of other services represented here, but I don't want anybody to make a mistake who the Army veteran is here. I'm an Army veteran, but you are, and I want people to recognize that and remember that you are an Army veteran. So I have this little Army pin that says U.S. Army and Army Strong. And if I can, I'm gonna pin this right beside your other
Something new
pin on there,
or second person.
so that we have you properly decorated and recognized.
Thank you very much.
And both of these are given to you from a veteran who appreciates the service and all of the things that you went through, and all of the things and all the difficulties in that. It's not an easy life, but it has significance, and your service mattered. And that's the central thought that I want to leave with you, that everything you did mattered. As Chaplain Xiong mentioned, the gratitude of the Korean people are there, the gratitude of the American people are here for everything you did.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate you.
Of course, there's a lot of it. I can't remember.
Well, some of it comes back a little bit as you look at these little mementos
Yeah.
and recognitions of that. Now you remember what this thing is? Remember they gave you these in basic training? They're called dog tags.
That's right.
Now we won't go into why you had the dog tags, but they did recognize who you were, and it had your name on it. This says Chet Mason, Army, Ohio Hospice, and it's dated June 2022. So we make these up as a recognition of the little ceremony that we have for you here.
I can very say it, but I appreciate it very much.
Well, again, we appreciate you, Chet.
all my friends and of course they can't read it.
Well, I'll loan you my glasses. But you probably got these when you were in basic training.
Oh, I know it.
And your first sergeant, or your drill sergeant, probably, if you didn't have these available and you didn't remember some of the things that we're gonna talk about here, that you didn't get your weekend pass.
I can see the name on there and then.
Now, your name is on there and that's yours. And again, to commemorate the occasion here. You're welcome, my friend. I'm gonna. Now, at this point, you can wear that or you can lay it down there. We've got a couple of other things that we're gonna present to you here. It's a little tight fit, but it does go over here.
There you go. Now, looks good.
And by the way, I have my original dog tags on. I wear them all the time too.
Oh, do you?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, and you may remember you still have yours around somewhere.
He's got it, we've got it,
Got it,
it's in,
yeah, okay.
yeah, it's in storage right now.
They
We
gave you
didn't get
a
it
pair
out.
of them, two of them. That's what I have, and they were, I think the chain was a little longer because mine fits over my head a little easier.
I'm,
This is us here.
I know mine.
Okay, well, Chad, I'm gonna turn the microphone over to my friend AAA here, and he'll tell you a little bit about who he is. And he has a couple more things that he'll present to you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Chad. I'll be back.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Chester, my name is Bob, and I go by AAA. I was in the Army. I was in '68 and '69 in Vietnam. I was with the 101st, and I worked on helicopters mainly. So that was my job.
Oh, wow.
And
Nice job.
I was honored to do that, just as you're honored to be in your service. I have something that's, I think is really special here, and I'll talk and hold it up. This is a embroidered embroidered star from a flag that was flown, and instead of destroying the flags now, they cut the stars out, and it has flown over somewhere in the United States, and we give them to veterans. So, and it has a little saying here, I'll read this. I am part of our American flag. This has flown over the USA. I can no longer fly. The sun and winds cause me to become tattered and torn. Please carry me as a reminder that you are not forgotten. So this is something else you display. I think it's really an honor to have one of these, and that's for you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome.
Appreciate it
You're
very
welcome.
much. I just only read it.
Joe, do you want me to do the challenge thing now, or wait?
You can do it now, sure. That's all right.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know if you've ever heard of a challenge coin, but it's pretty common in the military for people to get, now I gotta present this a certain way.
Okay.
So just wait, you gotta wait a minute, you gotta be patient. Okay? But we present this, and this is an honor flight challenge coin, okay? But it has Korea, and I'll read what it says, Honor Flight Columbus
Okay.
on the front. Okay, and on the back it says dedicated to honoring our veterans, and it says Korea. And a lot of guys, and I carry mine too, a lot of guys, it was known as, say you got one of these and you went to a restaurant or a bar with other veterans.
Yeah.
If you slapped it down on the counter, everybody else is supposed to have their challenge coin. If they don't have their challenge coin, then they buy for everybody. If they do have it, then you buy. Okay? So Chester, you kind of palm this thing. That's how you're supposed to present. I'm gonna palm this to you, and that's how you get it. Thank you for being of service to our country, from one veteran to another.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so that's yours, and you got a little case here too, if you want to actually keep it in it, but I take it out because I like to do the real deal. So that's something else. I think it's Becky's turn now? Okay.
Hi, Chester. I'm Becky, like your friend Becky over here, and I was in the Air Air Force, and I was a personnel specialist, so we did a lot of typing. I sent people, typed up TDY orders, and I worked on the first computers. So I would like to thank you for your service and read you the Army Soldier's Creed. And it says, I am an American soldier, I am a warrior and a member of the team. I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values. I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade. I am disciplined, physically and mentally tough, trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills. I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself. I am an expert and I am a professional. I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the enemies of the United States of America in close combat. I am the guardian of freedom and the American way of life. I am an American soldier. And that's for you. And this little flag is just a replica of our American flag. It's just to show people that you're an honored veteran.
Thank you very much.
And we have one of our veterans that makes these hearts himself, and that's just another little memento for you. And of course, we have to do things the military way and present you with this certificate of appreciation to show that you were an honored veteran in the United States Army. Thank you very much for all you've done.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I think we have something else to present. This ceremony would not be complete without recognizing another special person, Michael Mason. You have served our honored veteran with love and selfish sacrifice. You have cared for him with little regard for your own needs and done so throughout this process.